Hi, hello and welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about makeup that you will probably regret buying. I have 3 products here that I regret buying, and then I have a list of things that you maybe need to consider next time you are at Sephora or at the drugstore and you are thinking, should I purchase this or not? So let's talk about the 3 items that are for some unknown reason in my collection. First of all, we have the NYX Butter Gloss Bling. For sure I was, I don't know, asleep while purchasing this, who knows, because this is clearly not for me. I don't like glittery lips. I don't like glittery lipsticks, glittery glosses. Why did I purchase something that is called Bling? Of course I would not like this one. And pretty similar to that, I purchased the Sephora powder foundation. I'm not intrigued in general in the idea of a powder foundation. I like liquid foundations, and yeah, I was curious. I said in my mind, maybe this will be the best foundation in the world. Of course it's not. I don't like the idea of it. I will use this one as a bronzer. It is the Sephora matte powder foundation. I can't put it in the middle of my face. It looks just cakey, and yeah, it's not long lasting or something like that. It's just, yeah, a bad idea overall for me and my collection. And lastly, I bought the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. This one I know that I bought it because I wanted to test as much as possible from Essence, but this is not setting anything into place. It's just, yeah, it's not even that bright or something. If you are absolutely done with your makeup and then you want to blend the edges with something, sure, this is okay for that. I will use it up as that. But yeah, otherwise it's just not a product for me. So let's start with my list. I have, first of all, backup makeup. So even if you love a product, please keep in mind that maybe something better will be available and the favorite product will be replaced. Sure, if you want to purchase, I don't know, a mascara or something that is absolutely your favorite and right now it is on a sale, let's say that, sure, you could have one mascara open and one as a backup. That is decent. But to have a blush or a foundation or a concealer or something like that as a backup, in my opinion, it is a bad idea because it takes so long time to finish something like that. Even a concealer that you are using every day, maybe, it takes so long to use up a concealer. Next category, it is TikTok makeup. There are so many trends coming and going every day. So to keep up with the makeup that is recommended on TikTok is practically impossible. I would rather recommend to see what it is trending and try to recreate it at home with the makeup that you already have. In general, the wheel has already been invented. Most of the makeup is not that unique. If you see a blue eyeshadow look and you have any blue eyeshadow at home, you could probably recreate it. And similar to that, if you see a very bright pink blush or something like that, you can use an eyeshadow as a blush, you can use a shimmery eyeshadow as a highlighter. So you can just use the products that you already have and try other ways to use them instead of buying always the new thing. Next, let's talk about some category specific recommendations. For example, too many primers is just, you don't need that many primers. You need maybe the category that you already know that you like. For example, I do like hydrating primers. So I have right now 2 hydrating primers and then I have 1 glowy primer just to mix it in with foundation, and that is more than enough for me. I will purchase some hydrating primers as well to test, but I already know what I like. I don't need to test any sticky or long lasting or mattifying primers because I already know that I don't like that. Sometimes primers are nice, but at the same time you don't need them all the time. For foundation, don't forget that foundations are expiring pretty fast. You get a pretty good quantity of product there. You can only have one foundation and it could last maybe 6-7 months or even more if you are not using makeup every day. Trends are coming and going, but we need to know what is best for us, what looks the best on us, and just use the products and purchase the products that are for us. I would like to have a glowy foundation, but I do have a very oily T-zone. So the foundations that were popular like last year, most of them not for me for sure. I need something a bit more natural finish or even on the more matte side. Next, cream products as well. Don't buy too many cream products, even though they are very easy to blend and effortless in general, they expire as well. And even with a cream product, it is pretty hard to finish, so don't buy too many. And again, you can use products in different ways. Some lipsticks could be used on the cheeks and some blushes could be used on the lips as well. So just try to use your collection in multiple ways rather than purchasing something new all the time. Then I want to mention blushes and lipsticks in unique colors. You maybe don't have a particular shade of blush or lipstick or whatever because you don't like it. For example, I don't have in this particular moment in my collection a very bright red lipstick. This is the brightest red that I own right now, and that is only because I need to force myself a bit to wear something this colorful on the lips. So why would I purchase something just to have it, just for the option to be there, but at the same time I'm not gonna use it? So there is no point in me having the option of the red lipstick if I'm not gonna wear it. I'm talking about myself here, but usually I purchase pretty similar shades in blushes and lipsticks because I know that that is what I want, that is what I wear usually. So sure, it is nice to get out of our comfort zone from time to time, but at the same time we need to consider if that is too much out of our comfort zone or if we want to spend our money on something that we would probably not wear that often. Next, I want to mention mascaras. They go bad very fast and there is no point in having 2-3 mascaras open. Right now I do have 2, but one is black and one is brown, so at least they are pretty different. But it is recommended to change your mascara every 3 to 6 months, so there is no point in having more than one open. You will not have even time to finish it up and it will go bad. Another thing to consider while purchasing a new product, it is the packaging. Even if the product is so popular, if you already know that the packaging is not something that you will like, better skip the product. And here we are talking about types of formulas as well. As example, I don't like a liquid highlighter. I already know the Rare Beauty highlighters that are similar in the packaging with the blushes, the liquid ones. I know for a fact that I would not wear those too often, so there is no point in me purchasing something like that. Even though the formula could be amazing, I know that I don't like the packaging, I will not reach for it, and it will be very annoying. Similar to that, maybe you don't like squeezy tubes for lip glosses. I really don't mind them that much, but they are for sure not my favorite type of packaging. I just prefer a doe foot, so all the time when I see a lip gloss and it is in a squeezy tube, I'm thinking twice if I want to purchase it or not, because probably it's not my favorite. And probably it will not become my favorite product just because of the squeezy tube. Then we have eyeshadows that are unique. Similar to blushes and lipsticks, eyeshadows, you maybe don't have a blue eyeshadow because you don't like blue eyeshadow. I always recommend you to test new things, so don't get me wrong, a blue eyeshadow could be very, very fun, but at the same time, don't purchase a full blue eyeshadow when you didn't even test blue ever, because maybe it is too bright for you. Maybe you will love it. Don't get me wrong, again, blue eyeshadow could be very, very beautiful, but try it in a smaller palette, in a more affordable palette, or I don't know, something just to start with. And if you love it, you do you. Make the most colorful and creative look. I would please share the picture with me if you are doing that, because I would love to see it. For me right now, I already know. I gave example the blue eyeshadow because blue is my least favorite. I don't like it on me. It's just not suited for my complexion and my skin tone and my eyes. I just don't like it on me, so it is what it is. Lastly, we have makeup that adds additional steps to your routine. So some steps of the makeup, of course, you can skip. For example, today I'm not wearing any bronzer, I'm not wearing highlighter, I don't have a brow pencil in my brows. I'm skipping makeup steps all the time. But sometimes, because of the trends and because brands are always releasing something new and they are trying to create something that has never been done before, we are inclined to test products that are just not for us. Let me give you an example for myself, and it is correctors. I don't have dark circles. I'm happy about that. So I don't need to cover them. Of course, if you have, again, you don't need to cover them. Need is a word too strong, but you understand the point. I really don't need a corrector. A concealer is more than enough for me. So a corrector would be just an additional step that I don't need. So consider again your skin type, your face, everything. Do you need a contour? Do you need a bronzer? Do you need all of these? Some of them could be skipped. This was everything. I hope this was helpful, and please let me know if you learned something, if you want to add something to this list. I am very interested to know. If you like this video and you want to see more from me, please subscribe and give it a like, and I will see you next time.